Welcome back, Trenders. Netflix's Top 10 is a relatively new feature that details some of the most popular films and shows on the platform in real time. At the moment, the 10 most watched offerings on Netflix are a fairly diverse mix of originals, sitcoms, reality shows, and must-watch documentaries. They're popular for a good reason, and whether you're on the lookout for a little mindless escape or a deep dive into something more educational, you'll likely find your next binge-worthy favorite on this video. We've sat down and watched today's top 10 so you can make your Netflix and chill sesh worthwhile. Number 1. Outer Banks. Netflix's newest teen drama, Outer Banks, revolves around a group of friends in the popular coastal tourist town in North Carolina who refer to themselves as Pogues. All they want to do is spend a carefree summer of fun together until they stumble upon a sunken ship filled with hidden treasure. John B., the Pogues' leader, convinces himself that his missing dad is somehow connected to the shipwreck and its loot after he discovers a compass that belonged to him while diving around the sunken vessel. Outer Banks features a ton of drama, mystery, and romance, leading critic John Serba of the entertainment and pop culture news site Decider to describe the series as sick and smartly crafted. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. And stay tuned to find out why we think number 8 on the list is worth passing on, while number 4 deserves to be immediately added to your watch list. 2. Vivo. Award-winning composer, lyricist, and actor Lin-Manuel Miranda has struck gold once again with the endearing animated family film Vivo, which centers around a striking capuchin monkey. Miranda lends his voice to the titular character, in addition to writing several original songs for the film. The movie also stands out as Sony Picture Animation's first ever animated musical film, journeying into territory no animated film has gone before. In this lighthearted yet witty film, Vivo ventures out from his home in Cuba to Miami to pursue his dream of becoming a star on the stage. Besides Miranda, Vivo also features the voice talents of stars like Zoe Saldana, Brian Tyree Henry, Michael Rooker, and Nicole Byer. 3. All-American. Season 3 of the hit CW series just dropped on Netflix, and new episodes of the acclaimed series have made the network even more popular. The series focuses on the journey of Spencer James, played by Daniel Ezra, as he leaves behind his life in Crenshaw to lay down new roots in Beverly Hills. While All-American is in many ways your stereotypical fish-out-of-water tale, it spices things up with a splash of high school drama, some classically tense football dynamics, and a likable lead to boot. 4. Hit and Run. Hit and Run is a suspense thriller series about a happily married man whose life is turned upside down when his wife is mysteriously killed by a hit-and-run driver in Tel Aviv, Israel. When the assailants escape to New York City, grief-stricken Segev Azule, played by Lior Raz, gets a little help from his American ex-girlfriend to find out just what kind of trouble his wife had gotten herself into leading up to her death. Hit and Run boasts an incredible cast of both Israeli actors like Lior Raz and Lior Ashkenazi, as well as American stars like Sanaa Lathan and Greg Henry to make for an unforgettable, albeit tense, drama. 5. Cocaine Cowboys. This 6-part docuseries chronicles the rise and fall of two of Miami's most infamous drug kingpins and childhood friends, Sal Magluta and Willie Falcon. The duo went from being high school dropouts to some of the most powerful drug lords to walk the earth. They were eventually apprehended and indicted in one of the biggest drug cases in U.S. history, after being accused of illicitly smuggling 75 tons of cocaine into the country. This true crime story tells a saga that spanned decades, as Falcon and Magluta rose to power and subsequently lost it all. While we weren't initially that pleased by the pacing of the first episode, the story was just getting started. It's fascinating to see how the two were able to consistently avoid doing prison time until eventually it became inevitable. 6. Aftermath. It's actually surprising that Netflix's new original film Aftermath was based on a true story. The gritty horror drama flick revolves around a young couple struggling to stay together when they're offered an amazing deal on a home with a pretty sketchy past that would typically be well beyond their means. In a desperate attempt to salvage their relationship with a fresh start, they take the deal. After moving into their new home, they're puzzled when they start receiving magazines they didn't subscribe to and discover their home is listed on a real estate website. Very quickly, these peculiar occurrences start haunting their lives everywhere they look. We're not trying to give too many spoilers, but the final half of this suspenseful film will leave you breathless. 7. Cooking with Paris. Paris Hilton comes out of hibernation a little over a year after dropping her intimate documentary, The Real Story of Paris Hilton, with a return to reality TV. And this time she's showing off her culinary skills for the world to see. She's not a trained chef and never claims to be, but that's exactly what makes this quirky series work. A-list guest stars like Kim Kardashian, Demi Lovato, and Nikki Glaser pay a visit to Hilton's kitchen as she turns the traditional cooking show upside down. With the help of her celebrity friends, Paris navigates new ingredients, recipes, and exotic kitchen appliances. Paris takes us from the grocery store to the finished table spread, and along the way she actually learns her way around the kitchen in her own unique way. The series was inspired by her viral YouTube video that took the internet by storm in January 2020 and expands upon that idea in an unexpected yet delightfully enjoyable way. 8. Top secret UFO projects, declassified. The truth is out there. Now the trick is actually finding it, as it sure seems like the powers that be have been keeping what they know about extraterrestrial phenomena under tight lock and key. This 6-part docuseries follows the efforts of several governments to cover up various UFO scandals. The series journeys all the way back to the 40s, detailing the ways in which UFOs, or UAP as they've been recently rebranded by the government, may or may not have infiltrated Earth's atmosphere. Quote, while claims of extraterrestrial encounters have long been dismissed by governments and the mainstream press alike, many believe the existence of UFOs is not just likely but a certainty. Or at least that's how Netflix describes their newest pseudo-scientific documentary series. While you might find something worthwhile here, we over here at Trender found top secret UFO projects to be so bad, we wondered why Netflix even picked it up. This series somehow feels like it falls well below Netflix's usual service standards. 9. The Vault. The Vault, or Way Down as it's marketed in some regions, is a 2021 Spanish original action film directed by Jaume Balaguerro. The plot is fairly simple. Walter Moreland and his team of marine salvage experts set out to extract a treasure from a sunken 17th century ship. Since they have no legal salvage claim to the wreckage, the Spanish government seizes the treasure and has it locked away in a vault below the Bank of Spain, which is purported to be the most secure in the world. Moreland then recruits a team to break into the bank and recover the loot. The ragtag team of amateur thieves attempts to pull off what essentially would be the crime of the century while using the 2010 World Cup as cover. The Vault might sound like your run-of-the-mill heist film a la Ocean's 11, and honestly it is, but if you have a couple of hours to blow, it might be worth giving a watch. But don't expect anything to rock your socks off. 10. Major Pain. This 1995 comedy film starring Damon Wayans, Karen Parsons, and William Hickey is about a hardened Marine played by Wayans who is given his marching orders and must lead a bumbling group of misfit cadets into a junior ROTC competition. Using tools like live grenades and real bullets, Payne starts to instill the Corps with hope. But when he's recalled to fight in Bosnia, will he leave behind the Corps that has just started to believe in him, or stick around to learn a vital life lesson? Now it's time to hear from you. What Netflix series, documentary, or film are you currently obsessed with? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Trender if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.